Hello, my name is Alex Hall. I am a neurodivergent independent filmmaker who's been working on self-funded and self-directed projects and videos using live-action miniature effects for nearly 7 years, which have amassed nearly 2.5 million views. I am also the creator of a science fiction action television / web series currently in development called Raptordogs. Raptordogs is set in the 2080s, in a future where dogs have become capable of human speech and have human-level intellect alongside other genetic changes as a result of a genetic engineering program that was undertaken by the US military 45 years prior to the start of the series. This enables the dogs of this world to have all the same rights and privileges as humans and live and work alongside humankind. The central characters of Raptordogs are a team of 8 rescue dogs who have set up a rescue organisation known as Canine International Rescue and Protection and dubbed their rescue team the Raptordogs. Using jetpacks and highly advanced rescue equipment, the Raptordogs fly from their base hidden deep within the cliffs of Beachy Head, known as Kennel Base, all over the world, and by extension the whole solar system, to rescue any human, canine, or the occasional other creature in danger, whether said danger be from a natural disaster, accident, or even deliberate sabotage. The primary inspirations for Raptordogs include Paw Patrol, Thunderbirds, Terrorhawks, various 1980s science fiction and action films, and 1980s retrofuturism in general. I intend for the series to be made using a hybrid of live-action miniature effects and sets and computer-generated characters, in a similar manner to the 2015 reboot of Thunderbirds. At the time of filming this video, development of Raptordogs has been progressing steadily, with the scripts for 6 of the 13 planned episodes for Season 1 already complete, and 2 more scripts in the works. Several pieces of concept art for characters, locations, and futuristic vehicles, drawn by multiple artists, have also been completed, with many more planned and in the works. The first of many models I intend to use for the filming of Season 1, the Raptordog space station, the Canine Orbiter, is also currently under construction. As of now, I am seeking £55,000 to fund the 25-minute pilot episode. This money will be used to pay for basic production expenses, including but not limited to voice cast and filming crew paychecks, model building materials, practical special effects and pyrotechnics, studio hire fees, logistics, character and digital VFX animator paychecks, and insurance. Once the pilot is complete, I plan on showing it at various film festivals and distributing it on DVD and later YouTube, in the hopes of finding a studio, producer, or investor willing to fund the remaining 12 episodes of Season 1. Now, I know what you film producers and investors who may be watching this video might be thinking. Why should we invest in a project whose creator is just a young, autistic wannabe filmmaker with limited creative media qualifications and no experience in the mainstream industry? Well, if you are thinking that, you are mistaken. I and Raptordogs are worth your time and money, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, us neurodivergent filmmakers deserve more recognition, opportunities and acceptance in this industry than most of us get, as we're a lot more talented and capable of making film and media productions than most people think. We often struggle with vocational education as a whole, including in film school and related college and university courses, which impedes our ability to obtain diplomas and other filmmaking qualifications. However, I firmly believe that qualifications from vocational education should never dictate how far one is able to get in an industry, and by extension, life as a whole. Very sadly and frustratingly, neurodivergent filmmakers are rejected from job opportunities in the film and TV industry because they found vocational filmmaking education too challenging, and then being denied jobs in the industry only makes going further in the industry all the more challenging for them. This, in my opinion, is completely unfair and unacceptable. Why? Because despite vocational education frequently being very challenging for us, neurodivergent filmmakers are just as talented and knowledgeable on filmmaking, if not even more so, than neurotypical ones. I have found self-education to be far more effective and enjoyable than vocational education, and have been able to gain and retain far more independent filmmaking knowledge and experience through self-education than I was ever able to through vocational education. And I'm convinced I'm not the only neurodivergent filmmaker out there who's found self-education far more helpful and enjoyable. What does this all have to do with Raptordogs? Well, despite my lack of experience in the mainstream industry, I strongly believe that I and others like me deserve a chance to get our projects off the ground and unleash our true creative potential and talents from within. All we seek to enable to do this is your backing. If you agree to financially support Raptordogs, you will not only be helping to truly unlock my filmmaking skills and creativity, but you'll also be helping to provide fellow neurodivergent creatives who desire to work in the film industry with the job opportunities they're struggling to find in the mainstream industry. One of my hopes for Raptordogs is for it to be a testament to the criminally unrecognized talents of neurodivergent filmmakers and artists all over the world, while, as I already said, providing them with the work in independent filmmaking they deserve. I intend for Raptordogs to prove to the world that neurodivergents can make film and media productions, even without vocational qualifications or prior experience in the mainstream industry. But Alex, how are we as film financiers going to benefit from funding Raptordogs, I hear you ask? Well, that brings me on to my second reason for why Raptordogs is worth your time and money. It has huge franchise potential. I'm not saying that just because Raptordogs is my passion project. I genuinely believe Raptordogs could become a notable franchise. Look at something like Paw Patrol as an example. The Paw Patrol franchise has been estimated to be worth about $14.4 billion. Mega impressive, isn't that? But the thing about Paw Patrol is, it's primarily aimed at the age 7 and under demographic. Only a small percentage of Paw Patrol's audience and merch customers are older kids, teenagers and adults. The vast majority of parents watch Paw Patrol with their kids rather than alone, and buy Paw Patrol products for their kids, not themselves. Raptordogs will be much different in this regard. Raptordogs will be aimed at a far broader audience than Paw Patrol. I intend for Raptordogs to be enjoyed by older kids, teens, and adults. This will be reflected in Raptordogs merchandise, which will be tailored to all three of those demographics. If Paw Patrol is worth $14.4 billion just from such a narrow demographic, imagine how much it would be worth if it catered to as broad of an audience as Raptordogs will. Now, I'm not expecting or even suggesting that Raptordogs could become as much of a media titan as Paw Patrol. I'm simply trying to make the strong commercial viability I believe Raptordogs has aware to you all. Audiences will be engaged with Raptordogs through its charming characters and exciting and intense action and rescues, helped by the fact that the series' extensive use of live-action miniature sets and models, instead of being entirely computer animated, will greatly help it to stand out from the competition. And once Raptordogs has built up a fan base, merchandise sales will neatly follow. Plushies, plastic and die-cast figurines, playsets, clothing items, mugs, character pins, you name it, Raptordogs fans of all ages will want to buy it if it has their favourite characters. If you as film financiers agree to help fund the pilot, you will be entitled to a percentage of the revenue made from Raptordogs as a whole. Said percentage you receive can be negotiated. As I said, Raptordogs is not only my passion project, but an IP which I believe has enormous potential to grow into something internationally recognised, ultimately leading to a far wider acceptance of neurodivergent people in the film and TV industry. I'm not expecting to receive the full £55,000 from a single producer/investor, but rather from multiple sources of funding. Once Raptordogs has its first financial backer, I'll be able to open a crowdfunding campaign to enable my YouTube subscribers and the general public to contribute to making Raptordogs reality. All financial backers of Raptordogs will be rewarded in some way, be it with a free DVD copy of the pilot, free merchandise, invites to film festival screenings of the pilot, early access to viewing the pilot and later episodes before their YouTube release, and in the case of film producers and investors, a percentage of all revenue made from the Raptordogs franchise over the coming years. Thank you all for listening. If you have any questions about the pilot, its production, or Raptordogs as a whole, please do ask them either in the comments of this video, or, if I'm showing this video in person to a potential backer, ask me in person now. Again, thank you all for listening.